Hello everyone, this is Elizabeth from the Marathon County Public Library. I have a good book to share with you today. It's called The Last Cuentista by Donna Barba Higuera. The year is 2061 in this unforgettable work of science fiction, and Halley's Comet is about to destroy the Earth. Petra and her family have been selected to board a ship to a habitable planet that will take nearly 400 years to reach in space. They plan to start a similar life in the new settlement, but as we can guess, things do not go according to plan, and Petra's experience is nothing like her life on Earth. Thanks to the downloadable cognizance, or knowledge, that is plugged into her brain while she's in stasis, Petra is incredibly smart. But that's not what makes her so special. The book's title means the last storyteller. It's the stories, cuentos, passed to Petra from her grandmother that she makes her own under extraordinary conditions. Reading this book kind of gives me an uncomfortable feeling, but it's exciting too. Parts of it are very, very sad. Yet it's also hopeful and made me ask, what would we save from the Earth? What do we bring with us in the stories we tell? I definitely recommend reading The Last Cuentista if you're interested in stories about space colonies, like The Line of Mars by Jennifer L. Holm and Space Cadet by Robert Heinlein, or if you enjoy other books that feature storytelling, like The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, How to Trap a Tiger by Tay Keller, and Glasstown by Isabel Greenberg. I'd even recommend this book to teens and adults who are interested in futuristic books like 1984 and the TV show Doctor Who. The portion I will read is from Chapter 2. Only Petra's mom, dad, and brother Javier will be on the ship. Her grandmother Lita and her aunt Berta will not. Like ants on an orderly march to our hole, my family and I walked quietly across the grass field with several scientists and one other family with a blonde teenager. As we get closer, instead of the cement commercial launch pad I expect, there's just freshly cut grass. Mom speaks quietly. You won't even know any time has passed when we're up there. There's nothing to be nervous about. But when I look over, I catch her scrunching her eyes tight and shaking her head like that will somehow make this all go away. And when we arrive to Sagan, she continues, we'll start over, like on a farm. There will be others around your age. She can't make this better. I don't want any new friends ever again. I even had to set Rapido loose behind Lita's house. Maybe my tortoise will somehow survive the comet's hit deep within his burrow and live out his life without me. This is stupid, I mumble. Maybe I should just tell them about my eyes so they won't let us on the ship. Mom and Dad exchange a glance. Mom takes me by the elbow and pulls me aside. She smiles at the other family as they pass. What are you doing, Petra? I feel tears rising up. What about Lita? It's like you don't even care. Mom closes her eyes. I can't tell you how hard this is for all of us. She lets out a breath and then looks at me. I'm sorry for how this is hurting you, but this is not the time. When will be the time? I say too loudly. Hundreds of years from now when she's already gone? The blonde boy now ahead of us glances back. His dad elbows him and he turns back around. Petra, we can't know exactly what will happen. Mom glances furtively at the other family. She grabs her braid and twists its end in her hand. I think you're lying. Mom glances at Dad and lays her hand on my arm. In this moment, Petra, the world does not revolve around you. Have you thought of how others might be feeling? I almost say the world might not revolve at all anymore, but my arm vibrates. I look over and see Mom is trembling. She points back in the direction we came. Did you notice the people waiting outside the gates? I look away. I don't want to remember the woman pulling off her wedding ring and pushing her baby forward toward the armed guard. Please, please, she mouthed over and over as we drove right through the gates. Just like the tracking had predicted, that young family and hundreds of others had somehow figured out the government was hiding something out here. They'd give anything to be on board with us. Mom leans down, her eyes boring into mine. Do you want to leave? I think of the mom with her baby, and if I never saw Dad or Mom or Javier again. No, I answer. Mom walks ahead and marches right past Dad and Javier. Dad raises his eyebrows at me and motions with his head. And with that, I know even he's had enough. Javier runs back to me, nearly tripping on a rock on the path. He falls into me and I pull him to a stand. He takes my hand. It's okay, he says, just like I had to him moments earlier. This time, he urges me along. I take a deep breath as we approach the entrance ramp of the praying mantis ship. Its front end, the size of a soccer field, looms over us. Windows around the front section look like its mouth is cracked open, bearing long teeth between the top of its head and the bottom of its jaw. 2 hind legs hinge onto the field, anchoring it in place. In the distance, tiny specks enter the belly of the other bug ship, set to leave shortly after us. Javier points to 2 oval wing-like compartments at the back of our ship. "Is that where we'll be?" he asks. Dad nods. "It's bigger than my school," Javier whispers. "Yep." Mom fake smiles like she's trying to convince him we're going to Disneyland again. "Very few ships can carry so many people so far away." "And we'll be asleep?" he asks. "Just like a nap," Mom says. The nap, and what it will give us, is the only bright spot. But unlike Javier's 30-minute cat naps, this sleep will last 380 years. If this sounds like a book you'd enjoy reading, you can check it out at the library or keep it in mind for later. Thanks for listening, and remember to read something you enjoy today.